Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. Yeah, I'm doing well. My name is Macy. How about you?
I I'm Wellington.
Wellington.
My name is
Okay. Nice to
Wellington.
meet you.
Nice to
Very
meet
good. Very
you.
good. So why are you practicing English? Why are you using Cambly?
Because I need to. I need a certification of
Hmm.
IELTS
Okay. Okay. So for
for
your IELTS.
yeah, and end of 2022.
Okay. By December 2022.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. I see. Okay. Cool. Well, I see you have a lesson plan. Is that what you wanted to go over today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. All
Perfect.
right. Let's go ahead and try that. Okay. So let's get started. It says, describe your last job interview.
Uh, I don't work, so
Okay.
but I study, and when I need a scholarship in
Hmm.
the university, I have interview.
Okay. Okay.
So I think 2 years ago when I needed to have an interview.
Okay. So 2 years ago, you had an interview for your college, for school.
What? Your audio cut off a little bit.
So sorry. 2 years ago, you had an interview for college, for school.
Yeah, yeah. Yesterday, another tutor said me college and university are different
Mhm.
things.
College and
Yeah.
university are different. I kind of use the word interchangeably. Um, yeah.
Yes, I learned the same thing, but yesterday, tutor said me college is high school, and it's different.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know
I don't know.
this word.
In America, college is usually after high school.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. The tutor was from England. I think it's
Okay, from
different.
England. Maybe it's different in England.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
maybe it's different. So and yeah, for the college, I when I finished the underdegree or enter for master
Hmm.
degree, I needed to have a an interview with
Mm.
the professor as like a tutor. I don't know how can say uh, the professor that I study with during
Hmm.
2 years during the master degree. I don't know how can call
Okay.
in
Yeah.
English.
Professor, maybe, or instructor.
Yeah, it's like an instructor. Yes, it's perfect.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Did you find the interview challenging at all, or was it pretty easy?
Uh, kind of. I think uh, was a little bit hard because
Hmm.
the instructor was a new professor in the university, so I I didn't know her.
Hmm.
So I think if it was a professor that I did did know,
Hmm.
I think it was easier.
Okay, yeah, you think it would be easier. Yeah, very good. Overall,
Would
did
be
it go
easier.
pretty well? I'm assuming it went pretty well, right? You got in to the program you wanted to get into.
What?
Sorry, I assume the interview went pretty well because you were able to get into the program, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
Okay, yeah, yeah.
because before you have the interview, you need
Hmm.
to to make evaluation,
Hmm.
and you need to take a note, and later you will have an interview
Okay, okay.
to
Yeah.
choose the instructor of the professor.
Okay, cool. Yeah, very good. All right, maybe let's take a look at this next one. So we have our vocabulary here. Are all of these words familiar to you, or are any of them new?
Skills, weakness, not familiar.
Weakness is new.
Uh, win, weakness, no, I don't know.
Hmm.
To follow up as a new expression for me,
Okay.
I will mark uh, this, this,
Okay. Yeah.
know this. I've no,
You know
I
this
have
one.
marked wrong.
Okay. Yeah. So weakness usually is just something that we're not. It's something you're not good at doing. So yeah, a lot of times in it they will ask you what are your strengths, right? What are you good at doing, and then they'll ask you what are your weaknesses, what are areas where you're not very good. um,
Mm,
so maybe like you'll say, oh, my weakness is I'm too perfectionist, I'm too much of a
mhm.
perfectionist, or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
It's also
And
it's
then
a good. It's like abilities you have.
right, exactly, yeah, it's like an ability.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
ability.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
well, how can I make difference between weakness and witness? Sounds like the same thing.
Sorry, the difference
Weakness,
between weakness and oh, witness.
weakness, witness as very or very similar.
Yeah, so the sound is going to be very similar. The weakness is the vowel there is the e sound. So weakness. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
witness is the I sound.
Mm-hmm.
So witness.
Witness. Okay.
Hmm.
Weakness and witness.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, and then to follow up. To follow up means to like to continue, or like it says to add something to what you've already done. So, for example, um, maybe you see somebody that you haven't seen in a long
Mm-hmm.
time. You see a friend or an old classmate, and you talk to them for a minute, and then you say, "Hey, let me give you a call later, and let's get lunch together."
Mm-hmm.
So that would be following up. That's usually what we describe as following up. Would be you gave them a call later and you continued the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Could you give me an example in a sentence, please?
Sure. Um, so yeah, so if you're in an interview, for example, at the end of the interview, the interviewer might say, "We will follow up with you next week via email."
Mm, okay.
So
But
basically, it just means that. Go ahead.
this expression is specific for interview, or I can use uh, for how you said for my friends, my old friends, for example,
Hmm.
as informal. I can use an informal context and a formal context.
Hmm. Yeah, I would say it's more of a business type word. It's more of a for an exchange, like in business, or if it's somebody that you don't know maybe super well. Yeah,
Mhm.
usually use follow up in that kind of setting more so.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay. Good. Good. Uh, all right. So our next one here, we have a few idioms. Do you kind of want to look through these and see if you know them or you need some explanation?
Yeah, all of them. I don't
All
know.
of them. Okay. Yeah. All right. So to wear many hats, um, basically, what it kind of denotes or means is, like usually, if you have like a firefighter or a police officer or a doctor, their uniform usually has a hat, right? Like they have the fire hat, or the police officer has a specific hat. So if you say to wear many hats, it means you're good at doing different professions.
Okay, as the father, Chris' father, the, he has two businesses like this.
Uh huh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
Okay,
you can fill different
okay,
roles, fill
okay,
different jobs. Yeah.
okay. I got
Uh,
it. I got it.
the, okay. The career ladder, basically the physical, like a physical ladder, uh, like this.
What is ladder? Can I search what is
Yeah,
ladder, or you can I will
yeah. I can type it. Maybe it'll translate.
L A D. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Right.
You
Okay.
draw.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but I
So
have
what the
seen it.
career
Okay.
the career ladder means you have to start at the bottom. Like usually everybody starts here, and then as you
Mhm.
get as you improve, you get a promotion, and then you go up, and then you go up, and then when you're like 60, you maybe are at the top of the ladder, the top of the career ladder. Um,
Mhm.
yeah. So it just means it's
Okay.
literally means like climbing up the different
Mhm.
positions in your career.
Okay, that's like steps in your career,
Hmm.
career.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, and the last one is to get your foot in the door. Yeah, and so it kind of just basically means the first step into doing something new. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
For example, your first job,
Hmm.
for example, when you were yeah, the first job
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So like your first job might get you a foot
internship,
in the door. Yeah, your internship.
when you are intern, yeah. Yeah. Hello.
Uh-oh. Hello. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Yes. So sorry. Yeah. To get your foot in the door just means that first step in the career. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe let's
Okay, I got it.
go on to our next one. It's talking about first impressions. It says first impressions are important when interviewing for a position, whether face to face or online. Always try to make a good impression. How do you ensure that you make a good first impression in an interview? What's to do?
Uh, to be clear
Mm-hmm.
in your words and to be honest to and to and to have a good uh, to know speak clear is this two things to be clear and
Mm-hmm.
to be what is the another honest.
Okay. Yep. To be clear and to be honest. Sure. Yeah. Definitely important. Um, and then the second question it asked, do you usually judge someone from their first impression? Why or why not?
uh, uh sometimes sometimes
Yeah.
uh but as sometimes we are wrong.
Right. Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. Good. Okay. This says
yeah.
the average job opening attracts about 250 resumes. However, only about 2% of applicants will be called for an interview for the average job opening. Okay. So I think some of these might not be applicable to you. But the second question, have you ever had an interview in English? Nope.
No,
Okay. Yeah. Uh,
no. On Cambly, tutor tried to to make an interview with me to taste my speaker and
mhm.
and classes for IELTS.
Okay. Yeah. Um,
But yeah.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Have you ever had a really bad interview? Have you ever had a bad interview, or have most of them been pretty good?
Mm, he said my interview was uh, he said I needed to improve a lot
Okay.
my vocabulary
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I see. All right.
because my answers was very short. He said this.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I see. Okay, so this one's our vocabulary practice. It says to read each sentence, then rephrase the sentence using this word at the bottom. Okay, so for example, our first one
Mhm.
there would be the sentence says, he is one of the people interviewing for this job. We could change that to, he is the candidate interviewing for this job.
Mm, I don't got
Okay,
it.
so
uh,
we can change this phrase, one of the
oh, okay,
people, to
okay,
candidate.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. So
Okay.
you want to try the 2 through 5?
The two two sentence the
Yeah. Sorry.
second
Number
sentence
2. Yeah.
for the second. Okay. I have a variety of abilities, a very skills, including being able to speak three languages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. Okay. So we can switch
Uh,
these two.
Next one. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I was the floor manager at my last job. Okay, I was the floor manager at my previous job.
Perfect. Yep. These two can switch.
She usually performs many roles around the office.
Hmm.
German. Okay. She usually performs to wear many hats around the office.
Good. Okay. So with this one, we actually get rid of the verb performs. So we would say she usually wears many hats around the office. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, I have worked in this field for uh, 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
15 years. I have experience in this field for 15
Good.
years.
Yeah, I've experienced in this field for 15 years. Okay.
That's okay.
Perfect. Yep. Good work. Okay, so tell me about yourself. Most interviews begin with the employer asking you to describe yourself. So it says first, they'll usually ask you to describe past experience you have in this profession, in this industry. Then explain your current role, what you can do now, and then finally they'll transition into what you would like to do in the future, what you want to do in the next 5 years or 10 years. Yeah, very good. So some of these ways they might say it. Tell me about yourself. Walk me through your experiences. I'd love to hear more about your journey, or tell me about your background. And they, yeah.
Nervous. No. I'm a little bit nervous to
Okay.
to respond. Okay. Okay. That's like an interview.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm professor. I'm physics professor.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to work in this school, and I have uh, I'm it's easier for me to be a clear communication with the students, and I like to teach, uh, and I can work and any turns any hour, uh, in the morning or in the afternoon
Mm-hmm.
or in the night, and I like to work in this job is very good for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I I I want to help the students with her their development.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. That's okay. That's only.
Okay, good. Yeah, very good. A couple things I might point out. Maybe this sentence, it's easy for me to, let me type it, for me to communicate clearly with the students.
Mhm.
So this is kind of, you could say it this way. It is, sorry, it's easy for me to communicate clearly with the students. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then one more.
It's easy. Okay.
Mhm.
For me to communicate clearly with the students. Okay.
Uh, maybe something along the lines of I am able to work any shift, or or you could say I have
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
flexible schedule.
Okay. True.
Evening or nights. Yeah, okay, very good. Excellent. Let's take a look at our next part here. It says, imagine you have an interview for your dream job. So we kind of just went through that a little bit. Maybe let's try a little bit more about tell me about yourself. So sometimes they kind of want to know a little bit about um, like who you are as a person. Like what do you like to do maybe in your free time? What are your hobbies? Is there anything else that you're
Oh.
working on?
Mm-hmm. So I'm calm people. I like to stay at home,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes I like to go out with friends, and I like to play guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I like to watch soccer, yeah, and the TV. I liked I liked to play soccer, but now I don't get to play.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and that, that's only I like to drawing. I like to drawing and play guitar, the play keyboard too.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to study to read a little bit.
Okay.
uh, and I like to study physics
Okay. Yeah.
to figure out questions. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Okay. Excellent. Let's see.
even in my free time.
Okay. You study physics in your free time.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this one says that job interviews can be stressful, which I think most of us agree. They're a little bit stressful, but preparation can help.
Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to a friend who is nervous about a job interview?
An advice.
Uh,
You need to. I don't know. I very nervous in the
okay, you're very nervous too.
in
Yeah.
the, if I have an interview, but I can I can I have an advice to know before the interview to
Mm-hmm.
try to know the personality
Mm-hmm.
uh, of your the people that you will have the interview.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
The how can I say
Uh,
that this people
the interviewer.
interviewer
Uh huh.
interviewer
Yeah.
to know more or less if how is it how's their personality,
Mm-hmm. Very good.
something like this.
Okay, okay, great. I think we're almost out of time today, so sorry, but good job preparing for an
Okay.
interview.